Hey, what's up guys, it is Saintsfan. Welcome back to another episode of Monday Mailbox. This is a series where you guys ask me questions about GTA or gaming in general, and I give you my opinions on them. And recently YouTube has made a change about the way I receive messages, so it's actually really complicated now. So from now on, if you want to leave a question for next week's episode, then just leave it in the comment section. Don't bother sending me a message over YouTube, because then it just makes my life a lot harder, because of course, YouTube had to go messing something that was pretty good with the inbox and everything. So yeah, just if you want to ask a question for next week's episode, just let me know in the comment section. Just put like Monday Mailbox before you put your question so I know. But anyway, if you do enjoy this series, definitely go ahead and leave a like and subscribe so you get these every Monday. Anyway, get into the first question. Ali Zabag, if I said that right, said, "Hey Saintsfan, I love your videos, keep the great job. Well, I have a question for you. If you play GTA 5 on the next-gen consoles, will you be able to recover your level form from the old-gen consoles? I'm level 208. Will I stay level 208, or will I have to restart my level? Thanks." Well, this one, Rockstar's actually said this, and I've talked about it before, but I guess a lot of people, because they just hearing some information now, I want to clear this up. Yes, everything on your character right now will transfer to any of the consoles, any of the next gen stuff when it does come out. And that's PS4, Xbox One, or PC. So like literally you could be on an Xbox 360 right now and you're like, you know what, I like the PS4 better, so you go out and buy a PS4. Well, your same character that was on your 360 will be on your PS4. Now the issue that, it's not even an issue, I just want to know, because especially with PC coming out, there's going to be a lot of mods and stuff. How is it going to work going from, like, say a PS4 and Xbox One back to a 360? Like, say you get a PS4, you start playing on there, but you realize, not a lot of your friends have it. Well, you want to keep those levels, so if you go back to, say, the 360 where your friends are, it should theoretically just go, it should be the same character, but with PC and then all that stuff, it may be a little bit harder with PC at least, But yeah, so again, everything will be transferred because it's in like the Rockstar Social Club. That's where it's all linked to. So regarding whatever console you do wind up getting, or whatever console you wind up playing it on, you will have your same character from either the PS3 or the 360. Next question from Ace Legend says, "Do you think they will ever add animals to multiplayer, and do you think they will add the ability to play as an animal?" Playing as an animal, probably not. But adding animals to multiplayer in the, obviously next-gen versions, I definitely see it happening. Now, in the trailer they showed for next-gen, obviously they had a bunch of new animals, with a bunch of new graphics and stuff, but that was single-player. I'm assuming it's going to transfer into multiplayer. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't, because having animals in multiplayer would be really fun. Not only just to always run them over and stuff, but like you can go hunting and they can have some really cool hunting stuff, hunting missions that you can do in online, just to give online a little bit more diversity. So yeah, I definitely see them adding animals, but I think what we're gonna have to do is wait until they release an online trailer, which they might do for next gen. That would be pretty cool. So I think that's what we're gonna have to wait for. Next message from Ender Gamer. "Hey Saintsfan, wouldn't it be cool if GTA, they could have like annual festivals or a competition like the hot dog eating contest?" Well, a hot dog eating contest, that'd be pretty funny. But yeah, I like this idea of annual festivals. Similar to like when they had the snow out, I think, and Rockstar should really look into this once, they're working on Heists, they're working on all this other stuff. Once they get most of that stuff done, I think they should start looking into things that they can just spice up GTA with. Not every month, but maybe a couple months when there's a special time, or when there's some sort of, I don't know, thing going on in the world, they can make it, or kind of relate it to GTA, say like the snow, like winter, look, let's put some snow in the game. Fall, and now I've talked about this before, the whole weather, not really sure how that would work, but, maybe in the, I guess spring, it would rain more. In the fall, I don't know, maybe like trees change color on next gen. I don't know, they could just add it so it looks a little bit different, like it's sort of like a dynamic world. I think that'd be really awesome. But annual festivals, I mean, that'd be pretty cool. I don't really know what type of festivals they could really add. Let me know in the comment sections what kind of festivals would you like to see if they ever added that into GTA Online. Moving on into the next question though, Warcat, this one's kind of a long one. I'm not going to read the entire question, but he starts off, do you think Rockstar could make a real-life roleplay servers where you had to apply for jobs, get training, and had to be there for a certain time? As well, if you were late too many times, you would get fired and, you know, get a new job, and then so on and so forth. He talks about just basically like a real-life server. Now, first I want to touch on the server aspect, and this is what I'm kind of excited for. Now, we don't know if this is going to happen, but I'm hoping that at least on PC, you know, obviously PS4, Xbox One, they got limits, but I'm hoping on PC that whether Rockstar allows us or not, we will be able to host certain servers, similar to like a Minecraft. You know, if you guys play a lot of Minecraft or just know about Minecraft, you would know that there's a lot of servers, a lot of different stuff on each server. You know, some of them have Hunger Games, some of them have different maps or whatever. You know, they have different game modes and stuff. And I'm actually hoping that we are allowed to do this on PC, because then we could have, maybe not, you know, as much in detail as you're going into, because I don't think people, and I've had people say this, I don't think they want to, or I don't think most people want to go into GTA after like coming home from their real life job just to get another job in GTA. That may be a little bit too realistic for some people, but some certain aspects of real life would be cool for a server. And then, like I said, you could have like a Hunger Games server, or when mods come out, you can even have like an Avengers mod where like you can pick your different superhero character, or, you know, there's just so many options for servers, and I think it's gonna be really cool. I really can't wait, like, just to see what happens, just to see what the community can come up with, because if any indication, GTA 4, which was released a while ago, that was awesome on PC, so I'm really excited to see where GTA 5 goes on PC. And then finally, moving into the last question from Kevin Lewis, he says, hey Saintsfan, do you think we will be able to do Heist solo? I personally do a lot of solo stuff, and I think it would be a good challenge for the people who do solo missions. Love your vids and keep up the good work. This is an interesting question, and I haven't really thought about this actually. A lot of people do wind up playing, you know, Rooftop Rumble or whatever the mission you like solo, just because either your friends aren't on at the same time, or, you know, you just got stuff coming up, or you don't have too many friends on, you know, the account or that Xbox or whatever you're playing on, console you're playing on. But I really don't know if you will be able to do Heist solo, just because when you think of Heist, you know, obviously it's more than one person, because there's so many things that need to go right. You need to have a driver, a hacker, people to break in, and whatever. I think it would be super hard for one person to do that all. But then there are the people like you, I guess, who, you know, like to do things solo. So what Rockstar could maybe do is have it similar to single player, where, like, I guess the other positions are AI, but then you get to the point where if you're doing it solo with AI, why not just do it in single player? I don't know. I mean, there's a bunch of questions. You know, this is actually a really, really good question, because I don't know how Rockstar is going to do it. I mean, I'm hoping for you know, people like you who like playing stuff solo, that they do allow you to play Heist solo, but at the same time, Heist, just, you know, thinking about them, it requires more than one person. So I don't know. Should be interesting to see what they do, but I hope it works out for everybody. But that is it with this episode of Monday Mailbox. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, if you want to leave a question, just leave it in the comment section. Don't send me a message over YouTube. Also, go ahead and like the video if you enjoyed it. Share it with all your friends. And let me know your thoughts on the stuff we talked about in today's episode. But as always, it's your boy Saintsfan. I'm out. Peace.